Welcome to iSpa's Product Learning Lab. Chief Revenue Officer Sean Anderson joins us today to share information about Book4Time's latest and greatest offerings. Sean, let's jump right in. We can't wait to hear about the offerings that you've chosen to highlight here in the iSpa Product Learning Lab.
Great, Patrick. It's awesome to speak with you and to be in front of the iSpa community. Wanted to highlight a couple of capabilities that I think would be of high interest to the iSpa community. First and foremost, our new enterprise business intelligence and reporting capabilities that we've recently launched to help facilitate enterprise multi-location multi-currency and self-service reporting capabilities for our customers. And then second, also wanted to highlight our new contactless capabilities. We've introduced a number of new capabilities on that front to help our customers, not only survive but thrive in this new environment.
So true, because I don't think we're ever going back from contactless, and particularly around payment. I think people have become so accustomed to doing it on their phone or doing it pre-arrival to a spa. So I think that's going to be here with us for a long time. I'm really curious about the enterprise system, especially not only going across multiple locations, but going across multiple currencies. That's really, really exciting to hear.
Yeah, many of the customers that we serve are not only regional, but they're global organizations. They operate in literally hundreds of countries around the world. And over, whether it's at the regional level or at the corporate level, they've been coming to us asking for capabilities where they can get that consolidated global view of their business. And that can be difficult to do and time consuming to do when you're operating in different countries that operate in different currencies. So in response to that, we've been hard at work to build a new enterprise reporting BI platform that effectively stitches together all that data globally and allows you to report against a number of different currencies, whether it's US dollars that you want to report on or euros, any number of currencies can be used.
And in terms of reporting against the currencies, is it real time? So is it updating as the markets update in terms of how currencies perform to the dollar or to the GBR or to the euro?
Yeah, it's using the latest exchange rates. We have a lookup table, so it's always real time.
And does it feed? I know Book4Time has a very robust dashboard program that individual locations can use. So is this enterprise system rolling up into a dashboard type of feature?
Yeah, we're building out. We've got an existing set of dashboards, like our existing executive KPI dashboard that you see that highlights and gives spa directors at the location level really good visibility into key KPIs like their top service sellers, their top product sellers, their guest mix, their retail sales penetration. What we've done is we've elevated that and provided our customers with that global view in that same dashboard, along with other dashboard views in areas such as customer experience, and also in areas like yield and revenue management. With COVID, we're seeing a strong acceleration and adoption towards techniques that have really been only traditionally used on the room side of the house in hotels. A lot of spa organizations are looking to leverage sort of their own flavor of yield and revenue management in the spa, and we're working towards facilitating them those initiatives with reporting content, so that whether it's at a location level, within a region, within a state, country level, you can see utilization by day and hour in a nice like visual representation with like a heat map dashboard.
Can you talk? It's a hot topic in the industry right now on the operator side, and I know that Book4Time has has the capability to address this, but you referenced it a moment ago in yield management. Can you talk about how that feature works within Book4Time? It's a pretty unique feature.
Yeah, we've had yield management capabilities built into Book4Time for a long, long time now. Our capabilities in that regard allow our customers to either yield up or yield down on pricing depending on demand levels. It also allows them to do things like service restrictions. So if you're really busy during a given period, maybe you want to restrict lower margin services, as an example, and our platform allows you to do that and expose that pricing or service restrictions either within the scheduler itself or within online booking.
So it's a pretty sophisticated level of being able to manage the business, which I think many spa directors long to have. I think it's the next step for the spa industry in sort of evaluating inventory the way that hotels and airlines do, where it's based upon demand. So there are restrictions that you put into place that the customer it's not customer facing. They are not aware of the algorithm that does that. But I think that's sort of the next step in terms of how we manage our spa operations.
Yeah, it's interesting. We're having a lot of really exciting conversations around this. A couple weeks back, I had a conversation with one of our large casino spa customers, and they were looking to do yielding based on things like hotel occupancy levels. So for example, like Super Bowl Sunday, or we just had March Madness, the casinos tend to be very, very busy, and there's perhaps an opportunity to yield up. So that's one of the things that we talked about, and that's one of the cool capabilities that we'll have with our new platform is we'll be able to ingest outside data from other systems, hotel occupancy data as one example, maybe even weather data, because weather can be a big factor in terms of spa volumes. Ingest that data and use some cool new technologies like machine learning that take a look at sort of historical data, historical load levels, look at what's currently on the books, and then come up with a predictive algorithm in terms of this is your expected occupancy, and maybe even getting into predictive elements for scheduling so that you're appropriately staffed to handle those volumes.
How far out is that capability within Book4Time, do you think?
You're going to get me in trouble here with the product team when you ask those questions, but I don't think we're that far away. I think we'll be there very, very soon.
Well, it's revolutionary, and I think we talk about how do we really track and understand our business. Sometimes it's a little bit a finger in the wind, hoping that it's the right thing. So the more that we can have those tools, robust tools that we have on the room side in hotels at least, that would be very, very helpful.
Yeah, and I think the first stage is like we've got the core components with yield and revenue management. Now we're facilitating really taking reporting in that area to the next level to help our customers make more data-driven decisions. And then the next stage is then building in the automation to take that data and help make recommendations in terms of yielding up, yielding down on price, or doing service restrictions to optimize profitability and revenues.
Within your accounts, are you seeing more of that dynamic pricing, or where you'll have a price increase over the weekend or over a holiday period versus a Monday or a Tuesday on any given week? Are you seeing that trend increasing in the accounts that you currently work with?
Yeah, more and more so, like especially right now, because what we're seeing in a lot of cases is that in many cases right now, spas aren't necessarily open every single day of the week. Many of them are operating on reduced hours, reduced days right now in many markets. So they're looking to make smart, informed decisions with respect to pricing. And that's our goal, with this new technology, is to help them make better decisions so that they can get as much revenue as possible.
And within the reporting modules of Book4Time, how robust are they?
I think that's always been a forte of Book4Time. We've been in the business for a long time now. So we've got 15 plus years worth of experience getting feedback from the leading spa and wellness brands in the industry. We've taken all that feedback and built it into the platform. Um, the upside of that is that we have a ton of reports, over 250 reports. And one of the main drivers behind this new platform was to create the ability for our customers to go out and create their own reports. Because quite often they'll come to us and they'll see an existing report and they'll say that's fantastic. We'd like a slightly different view, a slightly different lens for our specific business. With this new platform, it'll allow them to do that on their own, so they don't have to wait on a development cycle for that new report to be released. Or maybe, for example, they have like a hunch about the business. Something has changed in the business and they want to dive deeper and really get into the data and understand what's going on. With these new self-service capabilities, it'll allow them to do just that.
That's amazing. And I think that's, again, that's the next iteration of reporting in spa software systems, is that people have so many specific requirements based around their particular business or whatever their ownership groups or general managers want to see, that to have that customizable capability is really key, because the information is there. It's just how is it being brought together in a neat little bow for someone to look at in a one-sheeter and be able to make a decision.
Yeah, that's a key point, is providing our customers, our end users, which are typically, spa directors, and their staff, with the ability to communicate upline to general managers, to directors of revenue management in a clear, succinct way, without having to do like a lot of like manual work in Excel, spending hours and hours and hours trying to piece together this information. Instead, all this information is readily available, it's real time, and they can construct their own specific custom view. Like if the general manager wants visibility into a specific KPI, through a couple clicks, a little dragging and dropping, you can go out and create your own dashboard.
That's great. That's great. You also touched on in the beginning talking about the touchless aspect of Book4Time. Do you want to go a little bit into that in our remaining few minutes?
Yeah, we've had a number of contactless and digital capabilities built into the platform, but with COVID, of course, we've seen an acceleration in demand for these types of capabilities. So for a long period of time, we've had guest intake in place, our digital intake forms that allow our customers to construct COVID questionnaires, health intake forms, so that guests can complete these forms either prior to treatment on their own mobile device or desktop computer or even tablet. But in addition to that, we've also recently launched our guest express check-in capabilities and checkout capabilities that allow our customers to check in on any device. So they can like arrive at the spa and click on their confirmation email or confirmation text and check in for their appointment while they're in the parking lot or even the waiting area. They can fill out the COVID questionnaire or health information form if they haven't already done so. And then they can also tee up the express checkout options in terms of how they'd like to pay, whether it's the credit card on file or maybe a charge to the room.
That's great. So I have one last question for you. It's very simple, but very important. Sean, why should a spa consider doing business with Book4Time?
Great question. I think we're not necessarily for everybody in the market, but if you're a hotel and resort spa or chain, we should be high on your list. And the reason for that is that we've been in business for 15 plus years now. We've worked with and continue to work with the top leading spa and wellness brands in the world. Their feedback is built into the DNA of the software. And we're a modern cloud-based platform that continues to innovate and release new capabilities. So we've been in business for a long time, but we're not resting on our laurels. Every single quarter now, really every single month, in some cases, we're releasing new capabilities. So I think, in a nutshell, we've got the strong track record, but we're not resting on our track record. We're continuing to advance and innovate the platform.
That's great. Thank you for joining us, Sean.
Thanks, Patrick. It's great
Yes.
talking to you again.
Yes, and you'll all be sure to explore Book4Time's product learning lab profile to learn more about their amazing brand and to access their contact information. Thank you, guys. Thanks, Sean.
Thanks.